guys, check this out. Oops. This is where I'm going to be painting. That's my new easel. I don't have enough room in the studio, and what I did is, whoops, I moved that table. That table was up against the wall going this way. That's kind of like my makeshift dining room table slash office. So I just moved it over here because I mean, I have plenty of space to do that right now. I live alone, I don't care. So I moved everything except for the filing cabinet, which my printer sits on, just because it has a broken wheel, so I can't move it. I did it from my bedroom until here, and it nearly killed me because that thing weighs a ton. But anyway, so yes, and I covered, of course, I covered the floor, and I also covered the bottom part of the wall. I wasn't going to cover the wall. I was going to only protect the baseboard. My intention was to use this wall to paint all of my canvases, because I have a few white canvases on the walls. And then if I splash paint around it or whatever, it's okay, because the painting that will finally go there is not this one, but it will be one that's roughly that size. And so the idea was to grab whatever would be splashed on the wall and continue it onto the final canvas. But I chickened out because I kind of want to go back into the city in a couple of years. So I figured it's not definite, but if I decide to sell this place in 2 years, I'd have to repaint that wall. And honestly, it's really not dirty. Like I said, I live alone, I don't smoke. And so anything to prevent me from repainting that wall would be awesome. And so I just need to add more garbage bags on top just to protect the rest. But yeah, cheers everybody. It is Wednesday, July 5th. By the time you're watching this, it'll be July 6th. It's 8:12 p.m. and I'm dying to go sit outside. So I'm going to keep that short. Because I really want to take a few moments to sit outside on my balcony. As for the wall, I call it the wall easel, because that's what it's going to be. I can't wait to start on this. I really want to do as many canvases as possible, and I will probably film most of it, and that's what you're going to see. Well, you're going to see parts of it in August. Because my intention for August is to take at least 2 weeks off, because Lucy's coming. August 1st she'll be here. And I want to not have to edit any videos. So we're not going to vlog like last year. This was crazy. I didn't have any really time off. I mean, I still enjoyed myself, but it wasn't the same. I really want to have fun in the art studio with Lucy and just like draw and practice. So what I'm going to be doing is using reference material to draw faces. That's what I want to do in August. I want to practice faces, and I want to do some more watercolor carving as well, because I'll be teaching a class in September at my local fine arts store here on that topic. So I need to do more. Anyways, and the month of July is super busy. There's other things that I can't really talk about right now. It's not super exciting, but it just added to my workload. So July, I really want to push as much as I can so that I can take a couple of weeks off when Lucy's here, and possibly Sammy. Fingers crossed. So yes, and to add to my reference material, my good friend Jenny sent me, thank you so much, Jenny. I know I replied to her in an email, but she sent me a whole bunch of reference photo of herself. And I thought that was so cool. First of all, she's gorgeous. Like, her features are beautiful, and it's besides the point. Like, I'm not saying that you should only draw beautiful people, but I'm gonna have so much fun picking at her eyes and her nose, you know. Like, I don't want to do her portrait per se, but I want to use her different features to practice the different expressions. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. So this is what I want to do when Lucy's here. Hopefully it will happen. So thank you again so much, Jenny. I appreciate that. And you know, if any of you are so inclined to send me selfies of yourself with full release, of course, just in case I end up doing your portrait, not that I'm aiming for that. Again, don't ask me to do your portrait. I'm not going to do that. But if you want to send me your photos of yourself, just go ahead. I mean, the more the merrier. I can just like grab elements here and there. So quite excited about that. I have received a question that's quite interesting, and I think I'm going to do a whole video on this. So Marilyn Ryman, she asked me how to get beginner's supplies, and I'm assuming that she's talking about watercoloring. So what would I consider a good starting point to begin in watercoloring? So I'm going to probably do a separate video on that, but I thought it was a very good question, because some people are like, I don't want people to have the impression that you need to buy full sets of colors and all that. So the more you know, in case you're not into watercolor but are thinking of jumping into that arena, then at least if you have more knowledge, on what to buy, then it'll cost you less money, hopefully. Before I show you what I have done, good and not so good, you know me, I'm difficult, I know. I want to tell you that there is a sale going on at Creative Workshops right now. It's Christmas in July, so a lot of classes are reduced, and including mine. So my 2 classes that I have on Creative Workshops are reduced by 31%, because it's the whole month of July and there's 31 days, so 31%. I know, I'm so original. So it's a great deal. I know that a few of you have bought already into the class, but the sale is on until the end of the month. And I will put the link, and I will put an iCard there. Left. I gotta look at my notes. Okay, the one before I forget, I need to explain something, because some people don't like art vlogs, and I get that. I totally respect that. So I don't know if you've noticed, but in the thumbnails of my videos at the bottom right corner, I always indicate what kind of video it is. It's not usually in the title, not always in the title, I'm saying, but at the bottom on the thumbnail, it will always say either art vlog or mixed media or watercolor painting or art journaling. Okay, so just in case you don't want to have to start a video and realize that it's an art vlog, just look at the bottom right in white. It will always say what the nature of my videos, just so you know, because not everybody also is going for watercolors. Some people just like to watch mixed media or art journaling. So that's a good indication of what you're about to watch. Okay, so last week, of course, on Tuesday, yes, I have done an art journal page. Oh, and I have some happy mail too. Whoops. I done an art journal page with my petite pretties, and I really, really like this page. Hold on, I'm not sure. Okay, this way. I love that page. It was a rough beginning. If you've watched the video, you know what I'm talking about. But with the leftover, because I had, oh, here it is. I had a couple of circles that I hadn't used on the page, and so I did another card. It's cute. And the extra ones, I don't know if some of you might have this. This is a Xyron X. I used to use this when I was into, very briefly, scrapbooking, or at least working at the store, Scrapbook Central, and I bought this, and I have refills, and I haven't touched this in years, and I found the refills, and I'm like, what am I going to do with all these bits and pieces that I haven't put onto cards? So I ran them through the Xyron, and I'm going to keep them like that. I have a whole box here. This is like a DVD case. It's from Stampin' Up, and I put all my pretties in there. And so this card is going to go in there, and I'm just going to keep these extra bits in there so that they're not loose, and sometimes they get crinkled or whatever. So yeah, and I did some more doodling today for my patrons, but I can't show you. I'm just gonna flip. Woo! I'm gonna flash this real fast. They haven't seen it, so I can't show it to you before they actually see it, and they're only gonna see it tomorrow. So, shh. Okay. So that is that. Okay, keep it short, Cease. Keep it short. 9 minutes. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We can do this. We can do this. The next thing I want to show you is a painting that I absolutely hate. Okay, and it's okay to say this because it's mine. Okay, so does it go this way? Yeah, it's supposed to go this way. I think it's the colors. Something's wrong with it. Please help me. Okay, try to figure this out. Like, I like the flowers enough. Yes, they don't have any stems because that's something else that I was going wrong with. I had no idea how to do the stems. Unfortunately, I stamped my name here. At one point, they weren't supposed to be flowers. They were just supposed to be abstract. Now they're kind of floating. So I'm like, oh, that's a cool concept, floating flowers. Let's keep it that way. And now it's like, ugh, I don't like it. I don't know. I don't like that green against the pink. It's like, it's not working for me. So anyways, maybe I'll just keep that to do. Oh, I can do more pretties with that. Or if someone has a very good idea on how to fix this, let me know, because I don't know. Okay, so oh, I want to show you something fun. I have been using a passion planner. This is, okay, so this is a brand new one that I got for, it's an undated one. I don't know, some of you may already know what passion planners are. They're great. I have been using for the past year their free downloadable pages, okay? And I had kind of like large cahier, notebooks, I guess, and I had to cut down the pages, but I glued them on there, and you know, everything was fine, but I ran out of notebooks. I thought it's stupid to buy a notebook and print more pages. I can just buy the passion planner. So I was waiting for a sale, and finally when I bought this planner, it was 50% off. I was just like in heaven. This thing is so awesome. This one is an undated one. I'm just going to show you here as an example. So these are the passion planners. What I like about them is that, well, you've got a whole week on 2 pages. And there's 2 sizes, but what I like is that they have a road map, which really helps a lot. I've been keeping my road map in the other one, and here, well, I can show you like very quickly, but yeah, so it lets you map out where you want to be in, you know, in a lifetime, 3 years from now, 1 year from now, 3 months from now, and then it helps you break it down, you know. So I've been using that since November. It's not even a year, and it's helped tremendously. And so what I did is, and they're all numbered. It's so cool. They're all like numbered and verified. They only print 15,000 of each. And then when it's over, they retire them, and then they make another one. I'm a big fan of Miyazaki, who is a Japanese filmmaker, animated filmmaker. And I've had, last year, I think I ordered some stickies. They're from the movie My Neighbor Totoro. And I have the stickies, and they were kind of like in a cute little booklet, and you unfold them, and then, you know, you grab the stickies. There's all sizes and formats, but I wasn't using them. They were in my drawer. So what I did is I created a dashboard. This is going to be weird, though. I don't know how to show you this. I've created a dashboard with Totoro. So here he is. He's he's kind of like a monster slash cat. Here, I'm going to show you what he really looks like. This is Totoro, for those of you who don't know him. And I painted him so because these 2 pages were instructions on how to use the road map, and I know how to use the road map because I have my other pages. And so I decided to paint the background, and then I drew him, but unfortunately I had to stick this over there. So this is an envelope, and I've And I've added more stickies on this side. And then I created a dashboard. And you're seeing the back of them just because when I originally put them this way on that page, but every time I close the book, they catch on these ones. So they started wrinkling and I hated that. So I've had to put them that way. And this is just a washi tape. And the dashboard is just like an acetate from a packaging of something I had. So there's my Totoro. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. That's a supplies list. So I think this is cool. And I love my planner. The only drawback about an undated planner is that all the... Because it's got... Here. It's got a month at a glance on 2 pages. Because the second page is the monthly reflection. Okay? And what I don't like about the unplanned is that all of the month on a page are at the beginning, and then you've got all the weeks, as opposed to having the monthlies in between the weeks at the end of each month. But it's not a big deal. And this is like the first week that I'm using this, so that's my workflow. And I'm loving this, and it's got like a thingy that, you know, an elastic that goes around, and it's got a bookmark, which I really like. And no, I don't work, and I'm not sponsored by Passion Planner. I wish I was, but I'm not. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I knew this was coming. JC has sent me a card, so I wanted to thank you, JC, by the way. I wanted to. Oh my gosh. Did you draw this? Okay, I'm sorry. I can't talk about this, but JC. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to show you the card. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Nature's Garden, printed on handmade paper. JC, I don't know if you drew this or you bought the card. Regardless, the artist that did this is amazing. This is so beautiful. It really looks like velvet. The paper, of course, you know, is handmade, so it's very velvety. Wow. Okay. So I'm just going to give you the gist. I'm not going to show you what was inside, but she said, "Dear CeeCee, for my birthday this year, I decided to do something to make me happy." And the rest, I'm not going to disclose, but JC, words fail me. I'm going to write to you. I don't want to take this forum to say all that I have to say about this, but I'm so humbled and so I have no words. I have no words. Thank you. Thank you. I will be writing to you. Okay. I'm good. I wanted to show you something that I was going to show you in the last vlog, and I decided not to. I'm going to hide behind her for a bit. That was something that I started when I was in the hospital the first time around. I had the portable painter with me, and I tried to draw a face. It did not work. It was all brown, and I think I had some colors on the lips, but it didn't even remotely look like what's underneath either. It was just really bad. Excuse me, the lady in front of me was in excruciating pain, and I was trying to block it out, and I felt really bad for her, and it wasn't the right time for me to create. And for some reason, every time I looked at it in my book, I felt I needed closure on this, you know? So I'm like, let me see what I can do to revamp it. And nothing was working. Nothing was working, but I kept at it. And I was outside when I did that, and I just kept at it and kept at it. And I'm like, if it brings me anything at all, is that I'm just going to have a couple of minutes of art and that's it, just to get it out of my system. I was in a funk. It was really difficult to create that day. So I kept at it, and it's still not anything that I would ever publish or show people how to do. But, you know, sometimes you need to go through these things to find your art again, if that makes any sense. I don't know why I decided to leave those white. This is the actual paper that's underneath. And I don't know, I kept reworking her features through these squares, and I'm just glad I went through this, let's just say, because not everything has to be pretty, okay? Sometimes you just need to get it out of your system, and that's what I did. Okay, so my plein-air session, here's the little thing that I did. I'm going to show you. I'm going to insert the clip at the end. I'm going to leave you on this. I thank you so much for watching, and as usual, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye! You know, it's a good thing I went into art as opposed to architecture, because this house is just about ready to fall apart.